At this point, if we're going to disassemble the cluster further, we want to make sure to read through the disassembly and reassembly instructions thoroughly. The only reason that we need to disassemble this further would be to replace the dimmer circuitry, to replace the power connector, or to refurbish the LCD panels. Again, there is a very real possibility that we will crack the LCD panels when we're reassembling this if you don't completely read the instructions on disassembly and reassembly. Okay, we have 22 7/32 inch screws holding this board in place. We'll start in one corner and remove them all. Okay, and the last of the 22 screws. So at this point, the board is free. It is also very likely stuck to the elastomeric connectors that connect to the LCD panels. So we're going to very carefully, from one edge, lift this board away, and we're going to do it very slowly, and we're going to let those elastomeric connectors release so that we don't take everything out with us. We want to leave the LCD panels behind. Okay. And I'll just turn this over so we can look at it. So around each of the bulb sockets, we see the damage that those factory bulbs have done to the board. This is not just smoke. This is charred fiberglass at this point. We see the dimmer transistor. This is the back side of that 12-pin power connector. So this is the back side of the bottom board. What we see is the photocell here. We see the back side of that 12-pin power connector here. We see that the factory bulbs have done some damage to this board, but it's not significant. It has caused this solder to pool up, but I don't see any damage to the traces. So we're in pretty good shape. Another thing that we're looking for is to see that the gold contacts that connect this board to the LCD panels are clean and bright gold finish. If they're not, if they're corroded, they'll be a green color because there's copper underneath. And we just use a brass brush to clean those up. Okay, that looks pretty good. And we'll set that board aside. Next, what we see are the pink rubber blocks, which are conductive rubber blocks that connect the LCD panels to the bottom board. There are 3 black plastic pieces that hold those blocks in place. We'll just try to gently lift those away from the LCD panels. Again, go very slowly. If the pink rubber blocks come with the black pieces, the black holders, that's fine. They're not permanently attached to those LCD panels. It's just kind of stuck on there with age and heat. Okay. So next what we see are the 3 light diffuser panels. These panels take the light from the illumination bulbs in these 4 locations, and they spread it out over the back side of the LCD panels. What we're looking for is any damage in the areas of those light bulbs. This is actually in very good shape. I don't see any bubbling, I don't see any discoloration, so I think that's fine. Again, very good condition. Next we see a color diffuser sheet. This is what gives the LCD panels its color. We're looking again for any damage in the areas of the four illumination bulbs. I don't see any here. There's some slight discoloration around this pin, but nothing else is wrong. So we'll just lift that out. Okay, so next we see the 3 LCD panels. This particular one is just absolutely full of paint chips and bugs, and we really need to clean this. So while we're restoring those LCD panels is a good time to take the plastic housing to the sink. We'll use some Dawn dish soap and a scrub brush, and we're just going to scrub it inside and out. What we see here are the 3 LCD panels. This is the top of the instrument panel as the driver would see it. This is the bottom. To remove the LCD panels, we're just going to remove the 6 rubber blocks. Sometimes these are different colors, but they're always in the same place. We'll lift the panels out slowly and set them someplace safe. We absolutely do not want to scratch the back side of this panel. We don't want to do anything that will cause it to scratch, because that will cause it to stop working. Okay, and for the last panel, I'm just going to press it up from the front side. It's a little bit stuck, so I'll pull it loose and set it off to the side. Now what we see are the years and years of grime and Armor All inside the cluster. So this is why we want to take this to the sink and wash it out. We have one last clip inside. It's a little metal spring clip, and we'll just pull that up and out. We also have the remaining filter cover for the odometer, and it's held in place by a little plastic pop rivet. I'm just going to press that out from the back side. Now this piece can be taken and washed.